Hey guys, it's Jenny with Grow 6 Collective. Welcome back to my eBay room. Today is Monday, August the 3rd, and it's a pretty special day for our family. In case you didn't know, I am a stay-at-home mom of 4 beautiful children, and my youngest was born with congenital heart defects. So what that means is he has quite a few different heart issues going on, and today is his 3-year heart anniversary. So 3 years ago today, he had his first open heart surgery, and we celebrate it by, making it a little bit of a special day for him. So he's doing wonderful. He's very healthy and thriving. You would never know anything is wrong with him, but it is still a day that we like to celebrate in the house. So if you are a heart mama that is watching this, I'm sending you some great big hugs because heart mama is definitely not an easy task. It's full of worry and concern, but we're going to make it through. And that's honestly where my reselling journey started. From that day forward, I think I went maybe to work 1 or 2 days since then, and decided that being home with him and taking care of him is where I needed to be, and so started my reselling journey. So I definitely resell full-time-ish, part-time-ish, kind of right in between, to help support my family and pay the bills that my lack of income outside of the home created. So that's where we started. We had a really busy weekend this weekend. I think we have 20 different sales going out. So I have a what sold video for you. So hold on tight because here we go. Okay, so as I mentioned, we had 20 items going out today. They started selling on Friday afternoon prior to, or I guess after, after me going to the post office for the day that day. And I think our totals, I don't have the exact numbers, I will try to put it up here somewhere maybe, but our totals for the weekend was just over $1,200. I think between $1,200 and $1,300, which I am really excited about. I will take that every weekend. Every day would be wonderful. We're working towards it. But I just kind of wanted to go over a few things with you to kind of add some things to your BOLO list. I had actually some really good sales, some high profit finds from garage sales and from the bins and from Goodwill here, retail store. So I just kind of wanted to go over them and let you know what to look out for. So here we go. First thing was, this was one of my biggest sales over the weekend, and you would never know, probably looking at it. I bought it for, I can't remember if it was $2.99 or $3.99 at a Goodwill retail store, but just take a look at it. It is the Body Shop. I'm not even sure if that is still a store anymore. I don't think it is, maybe. But I know that this scent is a retired scent, even if it is. I never shopped there, so I don't know. I'm sorry. But Oceanus, O-C-E-A-N-U-S is the fragrance, and it is a shower gel, body lotion, a perfume, and a bar of soap. Not very big. These are like 4.2 ounces each, so not a huge amount here. And this sold for $150. And it sold, I don't want to say overnight, but within like a few days. So I would not have guessed that this would have been that much. That's why I always look things up, and especially different scents. If they're retired scents and people love that scent, they're gonna pay for it. So prime example, $150 for something I paid, I think it was $2.99 or $3.99 for at the retail store. I'm not exactly sure, but something to look out for sure. On that same note, now this isn't as good, as good of one. However, I did sell another one, and it wasn't this weekend, but I'll try to put that up here as well. I sold a different perfume that I bought there same day. I mean, I cleared out their whole shelf of perfume that day, but it was either, again, $1.99 or $2.99, and it was overnight Crabtree and Evelyn, Island Living, Spider Lily, I believe is what it was. Again, I'll put it here. But I sold it for $125, and that literally was overnight. Huge. I mean, crazy. But again, any kind of discounted or discontinued or vintage perfume can sell for a bunch. So this is one, and again, I don't think that this one is old or discontinued, or I don't know, maybe it is, but it wasn't a great sale, but again, it made money, so I'm okay with that. But it's Amazing Grace, Valley Rose, Philosophy, and I believe this one sold for $12. Again, I'll put it up here, plus shipping. Now here is another sale. This is something that we're always on the lookout for, and she is still a mess, and we put that in the listing, but she's still sold. She is a American Girl doll, and you can tell, let's see if you can see it, I'm not sure, but you can look right here on their neck, and you can tell, if you can't see it, it says American Girl right there under that. But they sell for quite a bit of money. Now, she was one that was made specifically to look like my daughter, with blue eyes, freckles, fair skin, and curly blonde hair. So she, my daughter has outgrown dolls by a long shot. So we put this up, and she sold for $50. Okay, next is a garage sale find. If you have a preteen at all, I don't even have to tell you what this is. You know what it is. But it's a Hydro Flask. You can tell by that logo right there, maybe. Okay, there we go. But it's a Hydro Flask. It is new. I got it at a garage sale, 24 ounce. And this sold, I believe, for $21, maybe 99 cents, something like that. Again, I'll put it up on the screen. But going out plus shipping as well. And I paid $1 for it at a garage sale, I think. Next up is another retail store find, and I was happy I found like 3 of these hats. And if you've been reselling for any amount of time, you probably know about this brand, but Patagonia. It's a Patagonia trucker mesh back snapback hat. You can see that tag right there. And I bought this for, it was $2.99, but I got 40% off because it was a green color that day, and that was what was on sale. And so I guess that's what, like $1.80. And I got $25, I believe, for this. Next was another garage sale find, and you know, something to be on the lookout for. Now, I got a really good deal on these. It's the only reason why I would have bought so many of them, but I bought, I believe it was around 20-ish Harley Davidson women's larger size shirts, and they were, most of them had like the bling sparkly, you can see that, the sparkly shirts. And I got them for $20, so about $1 a shirt. And I sold these two, I accepted an offer for, I believe, $15. But I do have quite a few other ones. I just kind of wanted to, again, I was accepting offers all weekend. If you sent me an offer, I probably accepted it. Next up, if you saw my last video, you know what these are. This was an online arbitrage deal that I got, where I got, I think the last video I said I paid like 30 cents for them. I think it was even less. I tried to do the math, and I got over 300 units of these. They're just like toe separators. I got toe cushions. I got tubing for padding, a bunion corn things. I got a whole bunch of them, and I literally spent $38 for like over 300 things. So not bad at all. This sold for $14.99 free shipping. Next up, I did get these from a retail store, but it's a set of 4, and these, I saw them and I immediately grabbed them. I don't tend to love glassware. I do actually. I say I don't tend to love them, but I do love it. I don't like shipping it, let's put it that way. I don't like shipping glassware, but these were beautiful. And if you can see, I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it, but that signature there is Frank Lloyd Wright, and it says MoMA, which is the Museum of Modern Art. And I paid $2.99. They were $1.99 each, and I sold them for $89. And it didn't take long at all, but they're absolutely beautiful. Just little on the rocks tumbler barware glasses, I think is what I had them listed as. And again, I'll put it up here. Okay. Next up was a Goodwill bins find. Now, if you don't know what the bins are, it's like my favorite place to go ever. You'll hear me say that word over and over and over again. But the bins is like the Goodwill clearance center. So I guess if things don't sell at Goodwill themselves, they get shipped to the bins or the clearance outlet center where you pay by the pound. My store usually, you know, it goes by how much you purchase. So the more you purchase, the cheaper it gets. So that's my excuse for buying a lot. But for things like this that are either, they put them in it either as accessories or wares, it goes to 70 cents a pound if you get over 10 pounds, which I don't think I've ever not gotten 10 pounds. I make it my goal to at least get 10 pounds. And then clothing, I think, goes from $2.25 a pound down to like $1.75, 45 a pound, something like that. But this would have been 70 cents a pound. And it is a Michael Kors, beautiful condition, like it was in the bottom of a bin, and it's like the faux ostrich skin. and it looks beautiful. On the inside, it looks like it's never been used at all. I'm not sure what I got for this one. I think it was between the 21 and 30 range, something like that. But I'll put it up here for you to look at. But again, Michael Kors. Now, I don't typically buy Michael Kors, but again, it was in the bins and it was like in pristine condition. So it did take a couple months to sell, but it made it. Next up, this is a garage sale find. Now, video games have been super hot with all the quarantine situation going on. I think it's slowed down a little bit, but I did purchase a bundled deal at a garage sale. I don't exactly remember what we bought everything for, but this came with an actual PlayStation 2, some controllers, a couple other games, and I mean, I think we paid $25–30 for it, something like that, $35 with the extra games. I pulled out 2 games, this set being one, and then I've got one other game listed separately that were a little bit more of a high dollar value, and I sold the whole bundle itself. I mean, we're already way in the profit because the bundle itself with the console went for over $100, 130, something like that. But this game itself, it's a series of 3, and it's Need for Speed PlayStation 2 Collector's Series. I had it listed for a little bit higher. I mean, I still think I could have gotten more for it, but it's been in my store for a couple months, and again, I was wheeling and dealing all weekend, so I was accepting all those offers, and I believe I got an offer for $59, if that's right, something like that, again, up here, but $59, and I took it quickly. $59 for 3 video games out the door. This literally sold overnight, and it is a brand that, I mean, I look for a lot, but I got it at the bins too, so again, like 70 cents a pound. It is Vineyard Vines, and I am a Yankees fan, so it always pains me to purchase, if you can see it here. See, it won't even focus on it. That's how the problem is. It's a Boston Red Sox. Come on, a Boston Red Sox. See, look, even my camera knows what's up. It's a Boston Red Sox belt, and it sold overnight, but it's Vineyard Vines. Again, I'm not exactly sure. I think I had it listed for like $19. I'll put it up here how much it sold for, but plus shipping. Everything I list is typically plus shipping, unless it's those little toe things and a couple other things, but it will go out in a, you know, probably a little eBay padded mailer, and it'd be super cheap too. So perfect little bins pickup for 70 cents a pound. Can't beat that. And it sold, like I said, overnight. Next up is another bins find. I didn't really know what these were, but they're PC Gamer. I guess that's a magazine. PC Gamer. And it's a whole bunch of just single discs in there. And I guess it's maybe a demo of some video games. I don't really know. But there's a whole bunch of them in here. I don't even know how many there are, but it's a bunch. And I received an offer for, I believe, $20, and they actually are paying, I'm in Florida, so it's going all the way to Washington, which is probably about as far as it can go, and it's going to cost, they pay like $20 worth of shipping, so hopefully I can save them some money and put it in maybe a medium flat rate box, not sure, and we can discount or, you know, refund some of that money. But yes, PC Gamer, I mean, again, got it in the bins, they're not that heavy, and that would have cost 70 cents a pound. You're going to see a repetitive theme here, another bins find, but these are super cool, and it was so much fun because I found one, and I don't know if these are going to focus, but I found one, and then I found the other. There we go. But these are Lucite candlesticks. They're not real candlesticks, and they have the pretty silver flecks in them. But I knew what they were immediately when I saw them. And it even says down here, I'm not sure you're going to be able to see that, but it says do not ignite. But I found one by itself in the bins, and I even said to my friend, oh man, I wish I could find the other one because I would love to sell them in a pair. And then lo and behold, in another bin halfway across it, the store, I found the other one. So I ran back and picked up that other one really quickly before they stole that bin away from me. And these sold overnight for either $21 or $25 plus shipping. I'm not sure. Actually, no, this one was a mistake. I did not include shipping on it, but they're really light, and it's not going to cost much at all. So $21, $25, again, check up here and you'll be able to tell. Next up, another bins find. This one was in the bottom of a bin. Here we go. Nobody else picked it up, but I did, of course. Marlboro, anything old advertising for cigarette brands, Marlboro, it's hard to say, Marlboro and Camel, with the Joe Cool, I think it is, anything like that that's vintage advertising for cigarettes tends to be a quick sell. And this actually sold really quickly as well. I had it listed for $35, I know, but I'm not sure. I did take an offer on it. Again, I'll put it up, I think maybe the $25 range. Something close to that. It did have some like transfer of another, you know, kind of like when you put it on a plastic bag and then the color or the paint comes off. I did disclose that for sure in the listing, and they snatched it up still really quickly. So again, vintage cigarette tobacco companies for sure. I think I used, and I don't know if it's appropriate, but I did use the word tobacciana, I think, in there, which is a new word that I learned. So maybe that helped to sell it. I'm not sure. But again, be on the lookout for vintage Marlboro, Joe Camel, I know, or Joe Cool for Camel. That was another big one. But anything like this, vintage cigarette advertising, there's a lot of collectors out there for that. This was another bins find, and it sold overnight. Again, super, well, it's not super light, but it still is light. But old toys I know can sell really well. And I'm probably, and I probably shouldn't even admit this, but I'm probably in like the 1% of Americans that haven't watched Star Wars. So I had to do a little bit of research to figure out what this even was. But yeah, it's a, I don't even remember the name of it, but I did have it listed appropriately. But it's a Star Wars toy, and it is from, you can check right here and see, you're probably not going to be able to see it on camera, but on the battery pack it says 1997 Lucasfilms, or Lucas Ltd. It does have some sound and lights, and it does work. So I tried to do my best to take pictures, and the back all lights up. It's pretty cool, right? So I did try to take pictures of that. That was difficult to do. Pictures of those lit up. But yeah, it was in good shape. There was a few little dings on it, which I disclosed in the listing, but it sold overnight. And I had it listed for like $31, I think, plus shipping, and I got an offer for $20 immediately, like within like 30 minutes of me listing it. And then I think I accepted an offer of like $25 or $29. Again, I'll put it up here to show you. But I was happy to get it out of my store, and literally I spent, maybe it was $20, because that whole day of the bins I sold I spent $22. So this one item from everything that I got from the bins pretty much covered it for what I was buying for resale. The rest of it was for our own personal use at home. So great purchase. Okay, so next up I have another garage sale find, and if you watched my other videos, I got these from the same one that I got that Magic Attic Club doll that sold for I believe she sold for like $100. So I'm already in the profit for these, and I've never heard of these before, and I had to look them up. I'll open them up for you too. But they're Hebe and Sheeby dolls, and I mean, again, I had no clue. I looked them up. It did have, both of them have the certificate of authentication in them, and they both were like very brand new in the box. Maybe, there we go. So you can see he still has the ties and the tissue paper around his feet. He is missing one thing. I think he has, because they were like happy birthday dolls, I think he's supposed to have balloons in his hand. And again, I just disclosed that in the listing and made sure that people knew what was missing. Here she is again, certificate of authenticity. And she's a little bit of a hot mess at the moment. But again, and I just notified, or put in the disclosed in the listing that her little cake pop that she had broken, and that her other, there you go, her other lollipop kind of was falling apart. So again, as long as you disclose it in the listing and they can see, and document it in photographs as well, you still can sell things. These I had listed $45. I'm assuming, I think that they sold around the $30 mark, which again, I'm already in the profit on that, so it's pure profit for that garage sale by quite a bit. I don't have the total of it, and I still have stuff that I haven't even listed yet, so we'll get on that in You guys can't see my death pile over here, and that's intentional. But one day we'll do a tour of our eBay room too. But I do have a few more of those dolls that I need to list, 3 to be exact. I don't think that they're going to sell for the $99 that the other one did, but they should sell for the $50, $60 range too. So that's another extra $150. And then I do have some other toys, vintage toys, that were still there. Now, I'm not going to be able to pick this whole setup, but this is another bins find, and I actually walked around the whole bins first, and this was like one of the last ones I looked at, and there was a ton of people there, and nobody picked these up, which I was really surprised. But this is something else I've learned since reselling. These are manga books, I think is how you say it. I don't even know. But they're like anime books, which are highly popular right now. And one way you can tell the anime books from regular books is they're backwards. So I guess normal books would be open this way and you would read them this way. But what would normally be the back of our kind of normal books is the front of a manga book, and you read it basically the complete opposite way, which is kind of weird. But you can always tell by that. But it's also, you know, some kind of anime, and it's a graphic novel. So these still will go out because it is a book. There's no advertising in it as well. They're not like a comic book type of situation. You can still send them out media mail, but I had a lot of 20 of them that I got in the bins. They were all sitting there nice and perfect, and I was shocked nobody picked them up. I'm a very big sucker basically for any kind of book sets, so as soon as I saw it in there, I immediately knew what it was. But if I didn't know what it was, I probably would have looked it up as well. But I sold those for $79, the whole set of 20. I got the full set, if you can see it there, 1 through 20. And it went pretty quickly. I mean, within a week I've had those listed, and I'm super happy. I paid $4 for the whole set at the bins. We paid 20 cents a book, so I was happy to find those, and I darted for them as soon as I saw them. I saw them from a couple rows over, and couldn't get there fast enough. Let's see, the next one, again, is another bins find. And no clue what this was, but when I see something, just to kind of give you an idea, you can look at this and you can see that it was handmade. I'm trying to figure out, you can also see some lines in it, but this handle was definitely added on by hand. And I mean, I know some steins can be worth a lot. I mean, I had no idea. I did look it up. It has a marking on the bottom here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce those words. But this sold for $50. And it does have some weight to it, and I do pay by the pound, but I mean, I don't think it's going to weigh more. There's another marking right there, which you can tell. Something like that I would definitely pick up, especially at the bins. It does have some weight to it. I would say it weighs probably like 4 or 5 pounds. But again, when I'm paying 70 cents a pound, and this sold for, I'm going to say around the $50 mark. Again, I'll put it right up here. You know, how can you say no to that? At all. So it's actually really nice, and it's in really good condition, and I was shocked when I found it. But again, hopefully you can see that. You can see where it was actually smushed in there. Smushed for the better, yeah, I don't have a better word for it, sorry. You can see where it was smushed in there by hand. A nice sturdy pottery mug. Stein, excuse me, but nice. Be on the lookout for those for sure. The next one is my home run of the weekend for sure. And this basically I found at the Goodwill retail store. I frequent 3 of them throughout the week. And this had just come out and just got put on the rack. I think I actually have some video footage of it I'll try to put in too. But I was really excited to find it, and I didn't really know how good it was when I found it. But I mean, leather I always look for. A nice leather like brand name jacket can sell for a ton, especially if it is old or vintage. But I didn't really know what I had with this one. I did see the type A2. I saw Air Force, and that basically did it for me. And I put it in my cart really quickly. I just grabbed it. But it's in, let's see if we can get up there, type A2. If you see that tag, it's a 44. I found out after the fact when I put those numbers in, I think it was a horse hide, which there's a horse hide and I think a sheep's hide version of this. And the horse hide actually does go for more money. I could have held out, but I think mine is the highest comp so far for this jacket in the last little bit. But I sold this, I paid $5.99 at the retail store for it, and it sold really quickly for $250. So very happy with that. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, I even put in there that I didn't think it had been worn. I listed it as used. But I mean, there's not anything at all wrong with it whatsoever. It's absolutely beautiful. Even the like wrists that would normally be like, you know, fuzzy or stretched out, the wrists are not the same with the waist. It doesn't look used at all. So I was very happy to find that one. $250, so $6 and $250 in less than a week. So thrilled to be getting that one out. Now the next one I already packaged up because it was sold, and I needed to send out an invoice for it. So these are again are another Bins Find. I'll put a picture of it up here so you know, but it is a whole box full of vintage Christmas ornaments. They're decoupage little balls. They have a red tie on the top, and again I got them at the Bins. This literally weighs, I think I weighed it and it was like 1 pound 2 ounces, maybe 2 pounds 2 ounces, I don't remember, but something too. Maybe 2 pounds 2 ounces. So it doesn't weigh much at all, and again I'm paying 70 cents a pound, so what is that, a little bit more than $1.40. And it's filled with, see, I separated them into sets. I sold one set of 2 sets of 18 and one set of 12 that were hearts. So 36, my math's right, 36 round balls of the vintage decoupage Christmas ornaments, and then 12 hearts that had the same patterns and matched them. They were very miscellaneous, and some had carolers and some had bears and skaters and trees and Santas, but they were a super cute set. I will go ahead and again show you a picture of it up here to be on the lookout for, and I paid $1.40 for it, a little bit more than that. And that whole set sold for $60 and is going to Australia. So that's super exciting as well. I did find a whole another set of matching 12 at the Bins, and of course I snatched those right up the other day. Last thing, hold on one second. It's going to take me a second to get it. I want to make sure to plug it in for you too. But this one I got at a garage. It was actually an estate sale, and this estate sale like literally screamed my name. It said in the listing that it was a whole lifetime's worth of items in a house that we could go through, and I did find quite a bit, and I mean this sold overnight, and I went back in for this. So I spent $40 on everything else, which was a crazy deal. They were just literally saying that they needed to get rid of it or it was going to all go in the garbage anyways. So they were making some amazing deals. But I went to my car and I said, I saw this and I was like, let me look it up. And I didn't realize at the time, I'm going to show you in a second, but what is so special about this clock. But I looked it up in the car and I said, I'm going to go back in and see if this is one of those clocks. And sure enough, when we plugged it in, it was. I bought this, I paid specifically $10 the second time I went in. So $40 the first time for a whole bunch of stuff. And then I went back in and got this and one other thing that hasn't sold yet for $10. So, I mean, basically $5 for this lamp, and it sold overnight for $120. So again, this and the jacket and that perfume were definitely a big portion of my sales this weekend. So be on the lookout for those types of things. Something that's definitely old military can sell really well. John Deere has a huge following, of course. And then make sure you're on the lookout for those discontinued perfume scents. That's always a big one too. So I'm going to try to plug this in for you real quick and show you what's so special about the clock. Hold on one second. Okay, so here we go. We're going to try it here. There's an on-off switch. There we go. It is green neon. How cool is that? And it works. Obviously, you can see it's telling time. There is a battery for the clock itself, for the time mechanism, I guess, the clock mechanism. And then there is the removable battery for the neon. But how cool is that? And again, it sold overnight for $120. You can't beat that for a $5 purchase at a garage sale. I love it. It's so cool. I was tempted to keep it in my room for my eBay room, but you know, I would rather have the money. So there's that. And this is plastic. so it shouldn't be hard to ship either, and it's not very heavy at all. So great find. Okay guys, that is it for today. That was all 20 items that we're shipping out. I need to hurry up and get these to the post office. I didn't want to do any of the packaging yesterday because I wanted to make sure I was able to do this video for you today, but I've got to get to work at my shipping station. So thanks so much for joining me. If you like this type of content, please hit that like button and feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you back for my next future videos. I am probably going to go ahead and do some videoing of me shipping these out, especially more difficult items, maybe the glasses, and how I ship the hats out, which are pretty easy but something that I think everybody can benefit from. I will put another video, part 2 of this video, out so you can watch how I ship some of the items out. But please, 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 like I said, like and subscribe. I'd love to have you back. If you're a Heart Mama, please comment down below and I will say a few extra prayers for you and your Heart Warrior, and come back and join us again sometime soon. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.
Good job, Mommy. I love you too much. I love you, Mommy.